Just when everyone thought Toyota was quiet, it made the biggest attack, and now everything is about to change. While the rest of the companies in the industry were lost in show-offs and stage lights, there was one company that was quietly building something that has now completely shaken up the market. There were no leaks and no events, but now everything is out. Toyota's CEO has suddenly made a statement that has increased the heartbeat of the entire auto industry. This was not a normal announcement, it was a direct warning. Our new dynamic force engine will destroy the competition. According to sources, this engine has been designed in such a way that it not only gives new life to hybrids, but also leaves behind the limitations of conventional engines. This is the reason why everyone's eyes are now turned towards Toyota, from Tesla to Ford and BYD. So what is this dynamic force engine? What is in it that makes it the most aggressive move in Toyota's history? And why is there an atmosphere of restlessness in the boardrooms of other companies at this time? Let's unravel this suspense. But before that, if you also want to stay at the forefront of the world of auto technology, then do not forget to subscribe to the channel so that every new wave of technology reaches you first. Before we talk about that engine, let's understand a little about Toyota and why this company is not giving up the gasoline engine, even while running in the electric race. When the whole world is running towards EVs, when every company is in a race to connect its next car with battery and motor, Toyota is one name that has surprised everyone. It is not only maintaining its old gasoline engines but has also brought a new dynamic force engine. The question arises, when Tesla, BYD, Ford and other auto giants are running fast in the EV race, then why is Toyota still making traditional engines? Now the question arises, how did Toyota do this? There are many engineering marvels hidden behind this. The first is its stroke-to-bore ratio. In a conventional engine, the pistons don't have long enough movement, which prevents the fuel from burning completely. But the dynamic force engine has a longer piston stroke and a smaller bore, giving the fuel more time and space to burn. That translates to more power and less waste. When Toyota's CEO said that this engine will destroy the competition, he wasn't just talking about ICE companies. The statement was also an open challenge to EV manufacturers, especially to companies like Tesla and BYD who are leading the EV segment. EVs still have a future, no doubt about that. But the dynamic force engine shows that electric is not the only option. For customers who travel long distances, whose cities don't have charging infrastructure, or who can't afford an EV, Toyota has created an option that is extremely practical, affordable, and reliable. So, yes, EVs can't be completely eliminated. But the dynamic force engine has turned it into an important question. Do we have to buy an EV at all, or is there a smarter option now? Today, when Toyota's dynamic force engine is making headlines all over the world, it is important to know that this is not a miracle created overnight. Behind it are years of research, the hard work of thousands of engineers and countless failed experiments. Toyota has always been a company that believes in doing wonders quietly, not in making noise, and the same attitude is visible in the R&D of this engine. If we look back, the foundation of the dynamic force engine was laid in the early 2000s. At that time, the world was slowly becoming aware of the environment, and the consumption of petrol and diesel was becoming a matter of concern. Toyota, which had already surprised people with hybrid models like the Prius, had decided that the next revolution had to start from within the engine itself. This mission was kept confidential, and a dedicated team was formed in Toyota's research centers spread across Japan, America, and Europe. These engineers were given a simple challenge: build an engine that uses less fuel, doesn't harm the environment, and is ready for future fuel types. To do this, Toyota first understood the current limitations of engine design, and then began working on every detail that was previously considered fine: the shape of the cylinder, the movement of the piston, the timing of the air-fuel mixture, and the engine's temperature control. Every detail was redesigned. Toyota's research team filed more than 300 patents for this engine. These patents are not limited to the external design or technical terms, but are the result of changes at the micro level that are not usually visible to the public. The spray angle of the fuel injection, the millisecond difference in valve timing, and the sensor technology of the cooling system. To prove this research, Toyota conducted thousands of hours of laboratory testing. Each engine variant was tested in different weather conditions, altitudes, and driving styles. From high-tech labs in Tokyo to the deserts of America, the engine was run in conditions where cars would normally fail. The aim was to make the engine not only run fast but also last in all conditions. In addition, Toyota made a huge investment in computer modeling and simulation for the engine. Using machine learning and AI, every design was first tested digitally, saving both time and money on real prototypes. This also ensured that each generation of engines was better than the previous one. What impact will this engine have on the global auto market? When Toyota introduced the dynamic force engine to the world, it wasn't just a new engine launch, it was a sign that Toyota is now ready to dominate the global auto market again. At a time when electric vehicles were being considered the future, Toyota introduced an engine that challenges conventional thinking, and that too with technological changes that match the regulations and requirements around the world. Now the question arises, will this engine really survive in countries with strict emission regulations like the US, Europe, and Japan? The answer is yes, and very strongly. The dynamic force engine is designed in such a way that it emits very low carbon dioxide and nitrogen oxide. Its thermal efficiency is more than 40%, which makes it much more fuel efficient and environmentally friendly than conventional engines. In countries like the US, where CAFE or corporate average fuel economy norms are getting stricter every year, or in Europe where regulations like Euro 7 are coming in, this Toyota engine fits in easily. Furthermore, the dynamic force engine is designed to support multi-fuel options such as ethanol, hydrogen, and future biofuels. This means that even if conventional petrol is banned in a country, Toyota will be able to run these engines on alternative fuels. Now, can this make Toyota the king of engine technology again? Toyota was once the most trusted name for engine durability and performance across the world. But as the EV trend grew, some felt that Toyota was left behind. The dynamic force engine has broken that myth. It's not just a new engine, it's a declaration that Toyota is not lagging behind in technology, but is at the forefront, just beating its own time. And, this attack is further strengthened by Toyota's manufacturing strategy. Toyota has made the TNGA, or Toyota New Global Architecture, platform one of the world's most efficient auto production systems. TNGA basically means that the same engine or part can be used in many different vehicles without having to change the entire design over and over again. So adding the dynamic force engine to the TNGA platform, well, that means Toyota can install it in every vehicle, from a small sedan to a large SUV. This really cuts down both development time and cost in a big way. That's why Toyota's vehicles will be even more technologically advanced in the future, but the price can still be kept low. Now, the question arises, will other companies be left behind? It's pretty clear that companies running after EVs are now forced to think again, because Toyota has shown that if the technology is right, then fuel-based engines can also become a clean, affordable, and long-term option. While other companies are still struggling with EV battery supply, charging networks, and maintenance costs, Toyota has come up with a solution that's much closer to the ground reality. Toyota's strategy isn't to stop EVs, but to provide solutions for each market. The dynamic force engine is for markets where EVs haven't yet matured, and also for customers who want a durable, reliable, and maintenance-friendly vehicle. Toyota's new move isn't just a technological breakthrough, it's a business masterstroke. While other companies are experimenting in the EV race, Toyota has introduced an engine that's reliable, performant, and future-ready. Looking at all this, one thing is certain. Toyota is no longer just in the race, but has become a company that sets the track. And the dynamic force engine is the most powerful statement of its comeback. Will Toyota's next move be a super hybrid, a powerful combination of dynamic force engine, solid-state battery, and hydrogen? Toyota has already shaken up the automobile industry with its dynamic force engine, but honestly, this is just the beginning. The real question now is, what will be Toyota's next big thing? Is Toyota developing a super hybrid that combines the power of petrol, the efficiency of electric, and the future readiness of hydrogen? We can get the answer to this question from Toyota's thinking, its research, and its upcoming projects. First, let's talk about solid-state battery. Toyota has been working on solid-state batteries for the last several years. These batteries are quite different and a lot more advanced than today's lithium-ion batteries. They contain solid material instead of liquid electrolyte, which makes them safer, more durable, and much faster charging. Toyota claims that their solid-state batteries can extend the range of an EV to 1,000 kilometers on a single charge and can be charged in just 10 minutes. Now imagine what happens if Toyota mixes this technology with their dynamic force engine. We get a super hybrid that not only delivers high efficiency but also doesn't require frequent charging. When the EV mode is needed, the solid-state battery will be active, and when power or long drives are required, the dynamic force engine will kick in. This means no worries about charging infrastructure, no EV range issues, and no petrol engine low-efficiency problems. With this super hybrid, Toyota can create a segment that's neither completely EV nor completely fuel-based, but really a combination of the best of both. Now let's talk about hydrogen technology. Toyota has already shown the world that hydrogen fuel cells are a strong option with cars like the Mirai. Hydrogen-powered cars are extremely clean for the environment as they emit only water, and now Toyota is preparing to take its dynamic force engine to that level. According to some recent reports, Toyota's R&D team is testing the dynamic force engine to run directly on hydrogen. That means hydrogen will be burned directly in the engine instead of a fuel cell, which will not only provide power, but the system will feel like a traditional engine, but without the CO2 emissions. Now imagine, what would it be called if a dynamic force engine, solid-state battery, and hydrogen options were available in the same car? An ultimate hybrid, a triple-power machine, or maybe the definition of the future itself would change. This is Toyota's strategy. While other companies are running in just one direction, Toyota is preparing to catch the future from all sides. It's balancing EV, hybrid, hydrogen, and combustion technology, creating an option that fits all markets, especially in countries where EVs are not yet fully practical. This super hybrid technology will make people not feel the need for EVs. Also, this technology will be so flexible that no matter which fuel becomes dominant in the future, Toyota will be prepared. The company's engineers have already said that in the next 5 years, Toyota can introduce a car that can use solid-state batteries, dynamic force engines, and hydrogen. If this proves to be true, Toyota will not only change the rules of the auto industry, but will give a new face to technology itself. In the end, it wouldn't be wrong to say that Toyota's next big thing will not be just a car, but a whole new idea. And when it comes, other companies will probably have to return to the starting line of the race once again. If you want to be the first to know more technology insights like this, don't forget to subscribe to the channel because honestly, the future starts here.